welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are returning, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for staying tuned. For those who are new, welcome to Crystal's channel. I'm so glad you are here. Today we are starting with the clean face, and what we're going to be doing today, just to give you a heads up, is your 5 basics that we learned about 3 months ago with me. We are going to be doing a makeup tutorial on that. So your 5 basics, which was moisturize, primer, foundation, brows, and then obviously the palette that I said you could contour and use your eyeshadow. So if you haven't seen that video just yet, check down below in the description. I have it linked so that way you can check it out on what I speak about for the 5 basics. Other than that, let's just get started. Mwah! So firstly, I'm just moisturizing my skin, getting it all nice and smooth. You're going to see me turn from cream to either red depending on your screen. I absolutely love moisturizing, as I said before in my videos. Hydrated skin takes like the best makeup, and actually makeup lasts a lot longer on hydrated skin. Next thing is that I find my primer. Now guys, I have a lot of primers, but I really love to use the one that gives me a very matte finish, and I know which one I love. It's a small little tube. It's very little. Put it on and rub that in, obviously the cheek area, to the nose and the forehead. I mainly focus also on those areas because I have a lot of pores in those areas, so I like a nice flawless finish when I add my primer. Next is my brows. I love to do my brows before anything else. Simple reasoning is because brows shape the eyes, which are the windows to the soul. No, I'm joking. So I love to do my brows first because it gives me the exact frame shape that I enjoy to have. So I love a contoured shape, as I've always said before, and I don't have to do the whole measure from nose dimple all the way up, because I've done my brows so often that it takes me less than 3 minutes to do my brows. I'm even showing you now that that's exactly where I've measured. So as you can see, I've done my brows often. I'm just brushing it through just to give it more of a natural finish. That way it doesn't look as cakey. I'm defining it first, then giving it an arch, and then filling in. Once filled, I brush it just to make it look natural. That's what I usually follow with any of my brow tutorials, my personal brow face, or any client as well. Now guys, remember I didn't put concealer on my 5 products, so I'm using my fingers just to wipe the excess out because I won't be using any concealer. Next, I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow. Yay! And I'm using the palette. I'm going to actually tell you exactly what I'm using from the palette. So I'm using the lightest shade first, which is matte as well, and I'm just putting that all over my lid because I don't have a concealer to layer my lid to make my eyes look popping, but to give it more of a natural feel. So I'm just layering that matte finish lightest shade on my eyelids. Next, I go for the medium brown matte bronze, and I do that from the outer corner of my eye, or the outer point of my eye, all the way through to the inner, about just 3/4 in, just before it hits the middle of the pupil. And I just smear that, blending it very smoothly, very nicely, just to add a little dimension. So it's very natural looking, very smooth looking. Then I finally take just the shimmer bronze and I dab that also on the outer area and then smooth that in, just to give me more of a shimmer, give me more eyes, if I can say that. Make sure to blend this out, because if you don't blend, it's gonna look cakey, and then it's gonna give you not a very full defined look. It's just gonna give you a very dull, very boring look. As you can see, I have added dimension. More attention is on the eyes, more attention is drawn towards the eyes as well. Finally, I take some of my, well, just my powder just to dust it off, and then as you can see, I'm even blending just a little with my finger. Next thing obviously is foundation. I do my eyes before my foundation because the fallout from eyeshadow I really do not like, so I just make sure that I dust the eyeshadow off and then I put foundation. Guys, make sure to shake your foundation before use, because you don't want all the excess oils from not using your foundation often to separate from your foundation mixture itself. Now you can see my foundation is quite a tad lighter, and I'm using actually a mini foundation brush. Lots of people use it either for eyeshadow or foundation. I'm using that just to put on areas that I feel need foundation. I'm not putting a lot, I'm just sectioning areas that I feel I'll blend well with foundation, just to give me an overall shade of foundation. We blend that out like nobody's business. You can see I can blend. Now you see I've used a little foundation, but look how far this foundation spreads beautifully. This is also part of my 5 products is foundation. Now, because I don't have concealer, I'm using a little trick. Well, actually I have concealer, but in this video I'm not going to be using concealer. So as you can see, I show my hand. Obviously your hand gets a lot more sun than your collarbone, but I've just shown you now what it looks like next to my skin. Then I'm using a different foundation, and because I don't have in concealer, guys, I do have a shade lighter in foundation. So for those who don't know, in winter you obviously become a shade lighter. So if you don't have 2 different foundations, please tell me how you work and what product you use. So the lighter foundation is for winter, but I've used it now as a contour highlighting section, obviously just in the corners of my eyes, the bridge of my nose, just to give me just a little more of a lift. Then obviously back to the palette, and now I'm going to do a little contouring and highlighting just to give my face a little more dimension, as well as for the finishing touches. I go in with the matte bronzer and the shimmer bronzer just underneath my cheekbone, if you would say. As you can see, I have a round face, very little cheekbone, so I create my cheekbone, or I create the contouring that needs to be done to give me a lift in my cheekbones, is the best way I can put it. And I blend that out. Make sure you blend, ladies and gentlemen. It is key. For any makeup first timer, make sure to blend. Eyeshadow, blend, make sure it's smooth. Face, blend, make sure it looks natural but still defined. Then I'm defining my nose a little on either side, rubbing that, blending it out, giving me more of a structured nose. Looking so snatched with such a natural look. Love it. Then finally I do the highlight and I mix both the matte and the shimmer, and I just put that right on the highest point of my cheek and I blend it out. So when blending, I start from the cheekbone and then work backwards all the way into the hairline. Now just look at that shimmer. Beautiful. Very stunning. And obviously the bridge of my nose. Shimmer, shimmer, thin, bang, bang. Yeah, so stunning. So beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, look at that finish. Guys, as you can see, this is the final look of your 5 products this year. I didn't add anything, obviously, except for some lip gloss, because yeah, my lips be dry and I don't need that. But I didn't add any mascara, I didn't have any liner. This is natural, flawless, radiant, beautiful makeup, so it doesn't look overdone. Yes, I am matching my collarbone. See, there you go. If you need anything else, let me know, because now I've done a 5 product tutorial on how you can get eyeshadow done. If you want to see a close-up, that's what it be looking like, all snazzy. Got a highlight, got a bronze, got some lip gloss, got some contouring, got my foundation, got my moisturizer, got my primer on. Everything that I have told you about on how I started to do my face. No mascara, no liner, and yet I still look so good. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but if you liked this video, like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that ring-a-ting-ting just to get notified. Let me know if you actually enjoyed this video that was short and sweet, to the point, 5 products, flawlessly good looking. Like, I can't, I have no words. Be checking myself out. See you next time, guys.